Hello and welcome back to another glorious episode of Gamestack Podcast. This is our 2018 Holiday Spectacular, episode 30. I am your host, Vendortron, and joining me this evening is the beautiful Shaline.
Howdy ho there, neighbor.
And the rather foxy Rick.
How's it going?
How's it going, guys? Happy holidays.
Indeed.
How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while since we did this.
Well, first of all, we have to apologize that we've delayed the show. We thought we would follow in the footsteps of the Atlas developers and delay it by one day and then delay it again by another day. But we're here now and without bugs, unlike our predecessor.
Very clever. Very
But yes, this is our holiday episode. We've got all kinds of stuff coming down the pipeline. Before we mention that, we've got a couple things to mention. Next Gamestack episode will be our Game of the Year Awards. So make sure that you send us your emails about who you think should be nominated for a Stack Award. And
the annual Stack Awards. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other comments on anything else that we need to mention?
Have we asked our fine viewers to host us on Twitch if they're watching live?
Of course.
And if they're not, to share the show with their friends.
Yes. If you're tuning in live, stick around. We also have, I believe, a couple giveaways later on this evening, which our moderator extraordinaire is quickly putting together a list. So stay in the chat. If you do stay around, we've got some news for you. We've got all kinds of things to talk about, including some much anticipated games coming down the pipeline. We're going to talk about our gameplay, which, I mean, I've got a whole schwack load of games to talk about.
Oh, the episode title that will never be used.
Is that in the metric system? A schwack load?
One whole schwack. We are going to be going through our GameStack giveaways. Rick will be opening his the annual holiday loot crates that I send to the two of them. Shalene's unfortunately did not make it in time. So,
yeah, had to come through customs to get to New Mexico.
Yeah.
So
Which is international shipping.
got trapped outside of the border. So,
so yeah, they probably thought New Mexico was not part of the country.
Yeah.
I guess. But thank you for everybody coming in with those wonderful hosts. We're gonna finish off the show with some listener emails and wrap up the holiday festivities. But in the meantime, how you guys been doing? What's your plans for the holidays? Good week so far. You're on holidays now. I am, but
Yes, I have no plans. I'm going to stay in my house, and hopefully no one will come over, and it will be quiet.
Humbug.
Yes.
I tomorrow will be visiting my mother, and then on Christmas Day we're gonna have Christmas Day here at the McVick household.
Oh boy,
it's gonna be fun.
I can just see it now, like dog running around, barking, Evie screaming, the music in the background.
I did buy Christmas records specifically to listen to on Christmas Day. But,
yes.
It'll be chill, and it'll be fun. However, last Wednesday I worked my last day of work for the entire year, and I am excited now that I'm on vacation.
Nice.
Yeah, me as well. I'm off until January 2nd, and
Nice.
I could not be more thrilled to say goodbye to 2018. You guys, this has been the worst year of my life on record. And
did you see?
Good riddance, 2018.
Did you see Patton Oswalt's tweet about 2019 though?
No. If it's not optimistic, I don't want to know.
It's thoroughly optimistic, Vendor. Why would you say that otherwise?
Well, one thing I forgot to mention that we're also going to talk about, which wasn't on our overview, is the GameStock segment. Yes, we're talking about GameStock. So I forgot to mention that. Apologize. But in the meantime, why don't we roll into some news, Rick? What do you got? What you had something to say?
No, I was going to say, Patton. I just wanted to tell you, Vendor, to get you excited for 2019. Patton Oswalt tweeted that 2019 starts on a Tuesday. 4th of July and Halloween are on Thursday. Christmas is on a Wednesday, and the year ends on another Tuesday. Plus, there's Friday the 13th.
Oh, God.
Nice.
That's just the worst. I'm going to have to actually take vacation time to get long weekends now.
But there's a reason I wanted to point that out too. There are 2 Friday the 13th that he mentioned. That means 2 of one of our shows is going to be on Friday the 13th. 2 of them.
And they all go so well anyway, even when they're not cursed. They just...
It's gonna be fine. I think it'll be great.
So
there's gonna be no problems.
for the audio folks, Vendor has prepared a lovely holiday-themed background for the video version.
Beautiful.
With a little fireplace, with a little crackling fire, and I can only assume that it's a tiny little trash fire.
I think I see a small.
I should just move the Gamestack logo right down into the fireplace. Oh,
Right.
man. Yeah, well, actually, I don't know if anybody in the chat recognizes that, but this is the same layout that we had last year. I thought, why don't we keep with tradition and stick with the same layout because it was so lovely and well received. So, but welcome to all of our listeners coming into the chat. We're so glad that you could join us on the day before Christmas Eve. We know that you guys have all kinds of plans with your families. It's very busy. It's hard to get away, but we hope that we can get you away from the hustle and bustle for 2 hours of the best corner of the internet on Fridays.
This was kind of a short notice stream, so I'm really glad everybody was able to make it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I love the one username. Who did I see here? Hi there, Joe here. I love that username, and I thought it was the best. But then I see Juice Campbell has joined us, and now because I'm a big fan of Bruce Campbell, Marshall.
I'm pretty sure that my favorite username is still Haul Off and Shoot You.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I should like that one the best.
It's a good one.
I just love all the usernames that we get. I think
Indeed. So, should we be doing news? Are we doing news? Did you play the bumper?
news bumper? Here we go. What happened in the world of news, Shaline?
Hardly anything. It's a slow news week.
Well, guess
It's
we'll
been
roll on to
3
GameStop.
weeks since we did a podcast, and there was no news. But they do say no news is good news. I did have a couple of things that I wanted to chat about. The first one is that, so we're all looking forward to the Outer Worlds from Obsidian, the next big thing from Obsidian.
Indeed.
Well, it's not going to be such a big thing, as it turns out. It's not going to be a huge open world style game, so don't go in expecting that.
Huh.
It will be an RPG, but it will be a smaller, contained experience. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I would like to be able to finish a game once in a while. And,
That's true.
All these 150-hour games, they're hard to get through. So I don't think that's bad news.
Do you think that they're trying to prevent what happened with Fallout 76?
Yeah. I'd rather have a good game than a big game.
Yeah.
So, they don't have the kind of budget for this that a lot of these other developers do. They're making these massive games. So,
I mean, look how good Hellblade was, and that was very much a linear, not RPG, but it was linear and small.
A very contained linear experience, and it was incredible. The 2017 Gamestack Game of the Year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I often use the idea that when
Apologies. I'm trying to get our winners list together here.
I often point out, like when I'm working with someone at the guitar shop, that it's like, look, if you're going to buy this one thing that's $50, but it's got 5 things on it, that means they put $10 into 5 things. You buy the one thing for $50 that does the one thing really well. And it's kind of like, where are they going to put their budget? If they're going to focus it in one very small, good game, but make it a really good game.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to try to too much, too little butter over too much bread.
Right.
Absolutely. That's a good way of putting it. Speaking of absolutely nothing, I can't make this a good segue. Remember when we had all those big games that were going to release on February 22nd?
Yeah.
Well, they all moved except for Anthem.
Oh, they're getting out of the way.
Yeah, Metro Exodus is coming out a week earlier on the 15th, alongside Crackdown 3, Dead or Alive 6, Far Cry New Dawn, and Jump Force. And Days Gone was delayed to April 26th. Now, in our weekly news drop from moderator extraordinaire Joseph Tao, he included a question along with this that I thought was interesting to discuss. Conspiracy theory, he said. Do you think EA paid anyone money to move their games off the date? Or do you think the other companies just didn't want to compete with a game that likely has a budget of $500 million, like Destiny?
That's a good thing. I wonder. EA stock is in the tank. They lost so many investors recently, because of Battlefield 5, and I wonder if there is something to this.
If they kind of foresaw that this would be the finishing touch for their business.
No, that they paid other developers to move their launch dates.
I kind of don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
I think that so those original 3 games, Metro Exodus, Days Gone, and Anthem, I don't see those as being direct competitors with one another. I feel like maybe Metro and Days Gone, maybe, but even the tone of those 2 games is incredibly different. Metro is this serious, hardcore, Russian Fallout experience, and Days Gone has a bit of a more ridiculous tack. It's a zombie apocalypse, but you're going to use a motorcycle, which is like the loudest possible vehicle, which offers you the littlest possible protection. So I feel like these games were not necessarily direct competitors with one another. People who are going to pick Metro or Days Gone are not necessarily the same people who are like, yes, Anthem. So
you're right, but I mean, EA does like to live on that pay-to-win platform.
True, very true.
So.
And I would argue that, I don't think the reason games are delayed or switched around or stopped altogether has everything to do with, like, development of the game itself. I think that there's...
Certainly know that with Fallout 76.
There's a lot of other factors, totally mutually exclusive to what happens in the cutting room. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad. I'm really glad that Bethesda is not publicly traded. I'm just we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
That like Looney Tunes witch when she like sprints away, like the hairpins kind of.
Yeah.
Those would be investors with Bethesda if they were publicly traded.
Pretty much.
So on that note, real quick, I was thinking about this. A buddy of mine gave me something for Christmas, and I want to show you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh.
It's pretty awesome.
I love how you have all these boxes of presents behind you.
Well, if you could see this room. So, I got for Merry Old Christmas from my friend.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Going with a theme here. Hit-Boy.
Look at that
2000
padding,
Mark
Shaline. I bet that's
IV.
real comfortable.
It's so pretty.
I've built it, as you should. And also, this thing actually...
Oh my gosh! What?
Nice!
Does it actually play, or it just kind of slides in there?
No, it does not play. There's a couple little things. It's really intricate. This thing took me 3 hours to build.
Okay, can you explain for our audio folks who can't see the video right now
what
it is that you're holding?
So
up?
I'm holding. I forget that we're doing a podcast
Yeah,
sometimes.
I forget too.
I'm holding the Pip-Boy Model 2000 Mark IV kit that you were able to buy. It was made by a toy company in Britain, licensed obviously under Bethesda, and it comes in this. Well, wait a second. I'll just put the Pip-Boy on so I can have two hands.
Ooh.
Anyway, it comes in this fancy little case right here, and you
Nice.
open it up, and it's in pieces, and like just absolutely parts and pieces. By the way, I would have loved this just for the little screwdrivers.
Oh, that's
Little
awesome.
tiny little blue Vault-Tec screwdrivers.
How cute.
But so the construction manual, as you can see, is small little sheet paper here. It's quite a small process.
So for the audio folks, he's rolled out like a never-ending scroll of instructions.
And it's
two-sided.
It's not just text. It's like arrows and diagrams and like
There is no text.
one
It's
leads
just
to
arrows and
yeah.
diagrams.
It's like the worst IKEA nightmare you can imagine.
So by the end of it, when you have it all together, you have a degree in mechanical engineering.
Yeah, you do.
And you've won a Nobel Prize.
And it's surprisingly intricate. This thing, like I said, took 3 hours to build. And it's nice. So my buddy who gave it to me, he's like, this was a much better idea a month ago when I bought it for you.
Yeah.
But what I thought was, out of all of the stuff that they partnered into, Nuka Dark, the kit, the Power Armor Edition helmet, the Pip-Boy Model Mark IV is probably the best thing of quality that they put out. Like, now that I'm like looking at the box is nice. It's got metal latches. It probably is the only good thing at this point that works out of the box with the Fallout franchise.
Right.
Moment in time. And it's really cool. I was not, you know me, guys. I don't really go for the models and display things.
Right.
I was really happy to get that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's really cool, man. You've got an awesome friend. Can he be my friend too? You just tell him that we'll just, Shaline and I are here. Do you have anything on your wrist, Shaline? I seem to be missing something. Oh man, that's cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it was. Really cool.
That was really neat.
But what it made me think of is I was really like, man, I really want to play Fallout 76 now. Then I know if I go play Fallout 76, I'll just be thoroughly disappointed.
I bet you your Pip-Boy works better than the in-game Pip-Boy.
Actually, kind of works the same. It doesn't work at all. I couldn't help myself.
Now that we're done roasting Fallout 76 again.
It's just me. I know that Shaline enjoys the game. I'm the one that has a problem with it.
I actually really like the game.
I love the game too.
I like the game. Yeah.
I don't like playing at 20 FPS.
I'll like it even more if I could finish a quest.
I know.
Yeah.
So, moving right along.
I'd love to get it on sale. But,
yes, and if you would like to get Fallout 76 on sale, there are multiple opportunities to do so. All the sales are happening right now. So just a heads up for the next week or two. Steam Winter Sale, Xbox Live, Switch, and PSN all have sales going on. There's sales on DLC for Uplay and Blizzard everywhere. Everybody has sales going right now. So now is a great time to be shopping for games.
Great.
And that's our news for this episode, guys.
Wow, that went zooming right past.
I did want to point out a couple of the things you can get on the Steam sale. I wanted to kind of list out a couple things. There's a lot of stuff. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is 50% off right now, so you can get it for $29.99. You can get the Killing Floor 2, which the Killing Floor always had like nice little Christmas, like the zombies were Christmas-fied. There's one level you kill a giant Santa zombie thing, and Killing Floor 2 kind of expounds on that. You can get that for $9.90. That's 67% off. The Division Gold Edition, me and Shaline love this. We love the Division. You can get that right now for 85% off, $13.49. Let's see here. What else can you get? Portal 2, if you haven't played that yet, it's a great game. 80% off, $199. And Rocket League is 50% off for $10. Plus, there's a bunch of other stuff on there as well.
For $10, that's a really popular game.
It's a good deal.
We should get it and play it.
Monster Hunter World is 34% off. That game never goes on sale, really. Not that much. And then
Raptor's referring back to Fallout 76. He says, "You got to roast something on an open fire."
So yeah, there's a ton. I'm sure right now. Apparently, there's 15,000 deals on the Steam Winter Sale,
which runs from December 20th to January 3rd. Thank you, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
So
sweet.
Anyways, that's news. Shall we talk about the stock market and how terrible it's doing? Let's do it.
Yeah.
What happened in the stock market, Shaline? What's going on? Everything
just went spiraling down. This has been the theme of our last several episodes. Stock prices as of 12:47 p.m. Sunday, December 23rd. Sony is at $47, down almost $5. Microsoft is at $98.08, down over $11. Ooh. Nintendo is at $32, down $3.69. Take-Two is at $101.37, down almost $5. Activision is at $46, down $2.15. Ubisoft is at $15.06, holding pretty steady. That's pretty close to where they were last time. EA is at $76.57, down $7.31. So we're just in a horrible spiraling downward plunge with the stock market right now.
Do you still have...
The economy is a trash fire.
You sold EA, right, Shaline?
Yeah, I sold EA. What I have right now is 3 shares of Sony, I believe. Let me just have a look here.
Okay. Well, just to take a sort of...
Yeah, I have 3 shares of Sony, and I'm at a net loss of $23 right now, if I sold right now.
Huh. Okay. Well, if we look at the broader scope, the big guys are doing bad. Dow lost almost 500 points in the last 2 weeks. The S&P is down. All of my stocks are down, which were at the beginning of the year were some of the best performing stocks on the market. So yeah, like my some of my stocks went from like $15 to like $5. So ouch. I'm like, but yeah, it's just bad all around. It's bad all around.
Well, yeah, but the thing you got to remember too is video game companies are constantly profitable. Like, even though the numbers are down, they're based on projections that the CEOs want to hit, and they don't hit them. Yet that doesn't mean they still aren't profitable businesses.
True.
But
go ahead. Sorry.
No, what's up?
I was just going to say this is a snapshot of a larger problem of what's going on within our economies, right?
Kind of, but the stocks are even kind of a hard gauge for the economy anyway. Again, it's just a bunch of people assuming things that are going to happen. Like you mentioned before, like the Dow Jones and S&P, they're all kind of affected based off this NAFTA deal. But that doesn't mean businesses are performing poorly. This is just bad news from one trade deal globally. What I'm going to say is with the stocks, though, I think right now is the time to buy video game stocks because they're going to go back up. It's not like any of these companies, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, are going to go out of business. Maybe Take-Two, because they're the smaller one of these guys. And even then, they would just get gobbled up by someone else.
Take-Two is not going out of business, dear.
No, I know. I'm just saying compared to Sony.
Shots fired.
No, Take-Two's not going.
They're enormous. Take-Two is the parent company of Rockstar.
I know, but compared to Sony and EA, it's smaller potatoes. But all I'm trying to say is, I think now's a really good time to buy stock. And if you're going to buy stock, you should really be careful where you're buying it from. I was just doing some research, talking to a buddy of mine. He was telling me how Robinhood is not, was it FDIC approved? Is it FDIC is the banking insurance?
Yeah, FDIC is banking insurance.
And apparently there was something that happened with Robinhood. A bunch of sales got missed.
Oh, really?
People lost thousands of dollars, and since they're not insured through the FDIC, it's kind of a sorry.
I have my shares through Robinhood. I'm not super worried about it because it's a couple of shares.
I'm just saying, if you're going to go invest heavily in game stocks, try to do something on a platform where they are insured through the government. That way, you're somewhat protected if things.
Yeah, I just have a couple, and it's sort of a game for me. So.
Oh, sure. But now is definitely time to buy. I think personally. I mean, if anything, these are going to come up, and when they come up, they're going to. What was EA at when you sold it, Shaline?
Let me check. It was pretty high.
Right.
Just as a disclaimer, we are not financial analysts or professionals in the stock market industry whatsoever. So everything you hear is based on hearsay and discussion only. So.
I bought EA at $117.48. I sold it at $146.25.
And so what if it pops, but what if Anthem is a huge success and it pops up back up to those numbers and you invest now, you'll make a lot of money. So I don't think we should be too worried about all this, but
well, I think the take home message is for those people who are still in the thick of the stock market, don't get cold feet and sell out. Hold on to those suckers, because the people that get cold feet and who are fearful, irrational beings are the ones that cause recessions. So
because they sell and everything goes down.
Don't sell. Please don't sell, for the love of God. Oh my gosh. Now that I have full on hypertension,
I feel like this segment of the podcast, we need to be like waving our hands and shouting at the TV about.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, should we talk about what we're playing? What have you guys been playing?
Well, thank you to Shaline,
Ooh.
who gifted me God of War.
What?
I have been playing that so much, and it is awesome. I knew it was going to be a good game. I knew it was a good game, but it's probably one of the best stories I've played. You're right, Shaline. The close quarters combat does get a lot easier. One of the things that it kind of made me feel like was the pacing of the game. You mentioned before the fast travel really isn't accessible till halfway through. And I was at a point where I had all the skills purchased for the axe, for the shield, and for boy. And I was like, this is weird. I have all the skills. Like, where else do you go with this? And then, lo and behold, you get some other stuff, and there's more skills to then purchase. And it felt like a good pacing element. You don't get all the stuff up front or the good stuff at the very, very end, and then you just use it on the final boss and you're done. The pacing was really nice. The other thing with that game is the characters are wonderful. The two dwarves, Brock and Sindri, are some of my favorite characters, and their interaction through the main character, because they don't exactly, at this point, for me, interact with each other. So they're like fighting each other, complaining about each other through me to the other, and it's great. The dissected head on my back, Mimir, is
so good.
He's a brilliant character. Actually, Eve, my daughter, was watching me play, and she's like, "What is on your belt?" I was like, "That's a head. That's a head."
Yeah.
It talks. It's a head that talks, and she's like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah.
When I was playing, I remember Mom walking in and being like, "Why do you have a head in the boat?"
Yeah, that's right. He's sitting next to his son on the boat.
Jeez.
It is wonderful. It's endearing because my favorite was when you do the dialogue where Brock and Mimir like kind of talk to each other. Do you remember that, Shaline?
Mm-hmm.
They like say the same thing at the same time. Eventually, like Kratos is like, "Stop it!" But the combat is wonderful. It feels very satisfying. It's one of those games where, like, much like Hellblade, the combat feels heavy. There's like a weight to it. There's physics behind it, so it feels good. The finishing moves are pretty brutal. The most brutal one is when you destroy a werewolf. Ooh, you grab its bottom jaw and rip off like its skin. Its whole front skin is like a sheet of paper. It's pretty nasty. But I hate werewolves, so they deserve it. But yeah, I've been playing a ton of God of War. It's probably the only game that I feel like I am within earshot of platinuming or getting all the trophies for, because they're achievable. It's not like a crazy. I was telling someone about this where like Red Dead Redemption 2, the challenges are like, well, shoot 5 birds from a moving train on a Tuesday when it's raining outside between the hours of 3 p.m. and 3:05 p.m. And that's just challenge 2. Challenge 3 is much harder than that. Like, that's how I feel like Red Dead 2's challenges are. We're like, God of War's like, just find the stuff. Okay, I can find the stuff. That's not that hard. And it's like, it's this really good balance between a challenge and not being casual. You know what I mean?
Find milk of human kindness.
And something great about God of War is that it gives you some guidance as to, like, you've found 5 of 7 of the collectibles in this region of the map, but it doesn't do the Assassin's Creed thing of marking exactly precisely where on the map you can find those collectibles.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's a great mix of, the casual, and then also you can do the other harder stuff. Like I've killed 2 Valkyries, and I'm on the 6th tier of the
Muspelheim.
Mufasa. I'm on the 6th tier of that, which is incredibly difficult to do. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to do that. I played some Fallout 76 with you, Shaline. We found an awesome pink forest that was terrifying.
I loved the pink forest.
It was a great pink forest, and then my computer crashed.
Didn't love that.
And then if I take away the Quest not working for either of us, the Quest holotape there being 50 holotapes on one body for the Quest, taking away that and the terrible frame rate, we did have a really good time playing that game.
We did. We had a lot of fun, except for the parts that didn't work.
Right.
I haven't actually seen the Pink Forest.
There's like 2 of them or something.
I haven't seen that yet.
Is there an additional Pink Forest?
There was one in the distance, yeah. I think
Huh.
there might be a couple of them.
Interesting.
And the thing was, like, the super mutants kept coming, and because of Shaline, they were a high level. I was playing my medic character, and so I was like level 10.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like level 30s and 40s, and like I'm shooting them like 15 times, like just shooting them all the time, and they're like just shrugging off my bullets, and Shaline was the only one like doing actual damage.
Yeah.
So
And I wasn't paying attention, and you had stepped away.
Oh no, that's got bad written all over it.
You came back, and you were dead.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, why can't I move? Did I glitch? Oh no, I'm dead.
Oh boy.
She was protecting me, and I was right next to her.
Yeah. I was reading terminals.
You had one job.
So,
But those terminals, man, like you get reading those, and like a nuke could go off right behind you, and you wouldn't even know it.
I was reading this article the other day that was like a Fallout 76 preview from a few months before the game came out. And the author was talking about like, oh, and it's not like how are you ever going to get any of this information playing with your friends? Because it's not like you're going to be like, hey guys, shut up, I'm reading a terminal, or I'm reading a holotape or whatever.
But that's actually happened.
But that's exactly what we do.
We're like, shh, shh. Sorry.
So yeah, no, it's exactly what you two do, and I think that's warranted in the game. I mean, like, in real life, if like one person's reading something important to the mission, the other person's like fending off beasts. They're like, "Can you keep the shooting down?"
Yeah. Hey, would you mind launching that nuke when I'm done?
Trying to listen to this holotape.
Kinda hacky.
Yeah. I've just resorted to like skipping the terminals and then just going back to it on my own.
You never go
Just
back.
taking the time. Well, I actually haven't played the game really at all because
I
none of
haven't
my
played since-
quests work. So
When we play together, I like to read them and like tell you guys what's going on and be like, oh yeah, this guy, he was, stealing money from his boss or whatever.
Yeah, nice.
I give you guys the clip notes.
yeah.
Nice.
But I think one of the things I like the most about Fallout 76 is not doing the quests, not reading the terminals, just exploring with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the thing that
You know,
works.
you find all the Easter eggs and you come around the corner and there's something waiting there to kill you.
A scorch beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good conceptual game, and I'm hoping that it fixes. I'm hoping they fix it.
But wait a minute. I mean, Rick, you do voices, right? So I mean, we should really be making you read all the terminals.
So real quick, this is funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was telling him how optimistic I am for Fallout 76. I'm like, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna get it right, and it's gonna be a good game because they've got the bones of a good game. They just need to get the meat right.
That they do.
And he goes, but they've never fixed their other games. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, Skyrim, for instance, I can't play it because every time I'm on the cart in the opening game, it just flips everywhere, and then I fly up in his face, and it just works. I was like, yeah, but they did make a fix for that. And he's like, unofficially. And I was like, touche.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fixed that maybe in post with the unofficial mod. Then Bethesda didn't fix it.
Yeah.
So maybe he's right. No, I think they're going to get it working. I do.
Huh.
They're going to fire whoever at ZeniMax is calling these terrible shots, and they're going to put someone else in place who knows what they're doing.
Well, the accountability is there now, right? Because
I hope.
people aren't just buying the games and accepting them for what they are. The mentality of early access is there, and the fact that it's online and people are continually playing it and finding new things. The expectation is to make it better continually. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, further on, I'm not going to talk about it because I can't legally, but I did get into the Division Alpha 2, or the Division 2 Alpha. Set it backwards.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I played it. I can tell you that it worked better than Fallout 76. No, I got into that and I played it. I can't wait to talk about it. Not the alpha, but I can't wait to talk about it later on down the road when we actually can. So there's that. And Shaline, you should be jealous.
Oh.
Super jealous.
I want
And
to.
then, guess what's your fault, Vendor?
Oh, what? Everything is always my fault, so I really don't know what the answer is here.
You got me back into Ark.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that'll
So,
happen. Ark,
playing
man,
Ark.
that game holds up. It just brings you back, sucks you in like a vortex.
I've been playing Ark. I'm back on my Porcupine Island, which is what I'm calling it now because I think Raptor gave it that name. He said every time I went by it looked like a porcupine. I have the entire Shaline. I have the entire outline, the shoreline of this island, lined with wooden spike defenses. It's just like constant spikes everywhere. And I'm always kind of a weapon maker in the game. I don't know why. I just like building weapons. And I built this massive. I mean, it's this massive cargo ship. This thing is huge.
It's huge.
And I've been building my base on the cargo ship to then just kind of putz around the island like a mobile arms dealer kind of thing. And so it takes a lot of resources, specifically metal and cement paste.
Yeah.
It is, yes, Jess in the chat says it is bigger than my island. Yeah, the ship that I'm building my base on is bigger than the island that I'm living on. So
that's funny.
I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it here. I got it here somewhere.
Well, like when I placed it in the water, I was like in the middle of the boat, and it was much bigger than I had expected. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a good size, but I didn't realize it was going to be massive. And so I had been building that, and I finally have my armory up and running. I've got 8 forges all firing until I can build the industrial forge. I've got various other things in there. I'm building a common area for if people want to come on a cruise with me, they can pay me in fuel. What is it? I'm not going to say the.
I would love to go on a cruise and sit on the boat and then just read a book in real life.
So it's a common area for people to hang out in. It has a balcony, and then I've got some storage containers where I do my dealing of arms out of. Yeah.
So this cruise is going to end with like you guys stranded on a deserted island, and Rick is making a 2-way radio out of coconuts. Like,
it was only supposed to be a 3-hour tour.
Oh man.
Will you be my little buddy?
Yeah.
No, it won't end up like that, Shaline, because I'm running the show here. Because if one of the other people on the island, you should hear the Discord conversations. They're like, oh, I've accidentally killed another 5 of my dinosaurs. Or Vendor's like, that's a deadly thing. I'm going to go poke it with a stick. And then like 5 seconds later, he's like, oh no, this went terribly wrong. Oh, it killed my griffin.
Abort!
And yeah, I do miss being in a tribe with everyone to see the names pop up every once in a while of like, this person's dead. And then like a list of 5 dinosaurs that something is killed.
Yeah. Especially when you don't even know that they're on the server while you're on.
So you guys don't have a tribe on the server?
Well, the way we have it set up now, because we have there's a lot of people that might be new, and so everybody has a different tribe, but all of the tribes are allianced. So we can
okay, that works.
We can access boxes that we unlock and be passengers on dinos and things like that. So yeah.
So Shaline, I didn't know that when you pick a tribe name, it's permanent and you can't change it later.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You didn't tell her about this yet?
I didn't.
What did you do?
Did you ever watch Life of Brian? Monty Python's Life of Brian?
Yes, I've seen it.
Can you think of one part in particular where they were laughing about a name? I've got a friend named Biggest Dickus. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So, my tribe name may be Biggest Dickus.
Anyways.
Didn't think about it until later
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I like your island, though. It's a nice little, it's on the edge of the map, away from everyone.
So when I built this ship, I think Hobbitbot was like, well, now he's got something that fits his tribe name. It was pretty good.
Man.
So between those games, especially God of War and Ark, that's what I've been playing mostly. I haven't played Destiny in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and they got the holiday thing going on.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
what have you guys been playing?
Well, I've been also playing Ark. Been playing a lot of Ark. Love it. Oh my God, we have been so busy. We've done so much stuff. My exams ended, and so naturally, that GIF of the guy who walks in the apartment door and he rips off his clothes and he jumps in the chair and he pushes himself across the room to the desk and then he pushes the button on the
Right.
keyboard. That was me, and I literally have not left. It's just glorious. I'm just soaking it all up all I can. But I've been playing a lot of Ark. Jess is also back on because like me, her schedule is crazy with school and stuff. So we've been playing a lot together. We're playing most of the day today and yesterday. It's Christmas time. And we have a mod on the server. It's called Holiday Delight, and it's so great. You can put little Santa hats on your person and on your little dinos. You can put up Christmas lights. So naturally, I have like 12,482 feet of Christmas lights strung about my entire base.
His base makes my frame rate go to potato.
Yeah, they can't go past it because it's like drops to like 15 frames. It's great. I love it.
You should have heard Vendor and Jess today going, "Oh, look at that! It's red and green. Oh, look at that!"
Well, okay, so that's a whole other story. So the holiday mod is just a mod. So that adds, Christmas trees and lights and things.
Right.
Then I finally was able to work with the server host and get the Winter Wonderland 3 event, which is a global Arc developed event, onto the server working. And so what that event entails is that there is a raptor clause that they call them. It's basically a raptor inside of Santa's sleigh gliding across the sky in the map.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
With reindeer, and Rudolph's in the front with his red nose and everything.
He goes ho ho ho.
And between midnight and 2 a.m., Raptor Claus goes shooting across the map, like with the rockets behind the sleigh, like in National Lampoon's Christmas. Oh, there's Siri, not Santa. And he drops little presents along the way, and then you can go and open the presents. So that's super fun. Jess and I have been fiddling with that all afternoon. There's also Gasha Claus, which is like this like big sloth. He's super ugly, kind of cute actually.
Oh, so cute.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And he sits down and he's wandering out on the land masses. And if you give him mistletoe or coal, he'll drop crystals. And the crystals, inside the crystals is like really good loot, weapons and armor and stuff. But it's really cute when he sits down. I think Jess posted a picture of him in Discord or in the Twitch chat. When he sits down and he sneezes, his bells jingle. It's so cute. Oh yeah, but I've been
Bells, they jingle jangle jingle.
Oh, I've been soaking up the Christmas, and we've got all different colored, like Christmas colored dinos that we can tame and stuff. So it's super fun. Been doing a lot of building as well. I have an airship now. Hey, have you ever seen this? Is it the second or the third? I think it's the second Mummy movie, where they have the air. Yeah, it's like that. It's pretty much like that. And so I was scooting around on the airship, and you know how in the Mummy movie they go through like a canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going through the canyon, and I ran out of gas.
Oh no!
Just like in the movie. And all that rang through my head was, "Oh, that's not good." Oh, it was good. Anyways, yeah, so the airship is pretty awesome. I really like it. Jess and I decided to start building a castle in the Highlands because why not, right?
Oh, did you?
Yes, you have to come check it out. So
Yeah.
Jess is building the castle portion, and it's supposed to, well, we were actually originally going to build a hotel in the Highlands that everybody could like stay at because it's so far away from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we actually decided on castle instead. And my job was to do the gardens. So I've done one of the gardens. I think we're going to probably put 2 or 3. And so we worked on that most of the day yesterday and some part of today. But we also had Archon on with us last night. And we ended up taming a Giga.
Nice.
And the Giga Shaline is the largest dinosaur on the map.
Right.
Really hard to tame. But Archon had to walk this thing all the way across the map back to his base. And it took him like 2 hours. Oh, it was pretty awesome. He enjoyed it. Yeah, I think he enjoyed it. So yeah, that's Ark. I did also play some Fallout 76 with you, Shaline.
Yes, we had a good time.
That was like probably some of the best fun I've had in Fallout 76. I have to say, it was. Oh my god, I don't like. We were trying to do the quest. We were trying to do the
It was one of the Rose Raider quests.
yes, the exploding bait and all that. And well, I mean, you kind of finished it.
Yes, I had already done the part that you had to do. So I was just kind of hanging out with you for that part.
Yeah.
And then we launched into a different section of the quest.
Yeah, and we fell into this map where there was like all this radiation, and then there was this mine shaft. And we were like, well, why don't we go down this mine shaft? So we go in this mine shaft. First of all, we found hazmat suits. So naturally, we had those on.
Of course.
And we go into this mine shaft with these hazmat suits on. We're going down the shaft, and Shaline takes a right. I go straight. I keep going down to the end. I walk around the corner, and there's a brood mother Deathclaw standing right there with, like, saliva dripping from her mouth, like, just, like, ready. And I was like, oh, my God, run for your life. And Shaline's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just looting, Oh, look at this. This is nice, I'm like, ah! Running for my life. And I found there was this forklift, and I kept like running around the forklift, and then the Deathclaw would run around the forklift, and then I would run around the other way and shoot another bullet, and it would run back the other way, and I was just like trying not to die. And I got that freaking thing down to the last sliver of health. And Shaline comes along, she's like, oh gosh, you're being attacked by a Deathclaw. Pow, dead. Kills it in one shot.
One like fisticuffs shot, by the way.
It was ridiculous. Like there was no glory in it. It was really fun though. That mine shaft was really cool. We found this button that sets off this alarm, but we don't really know what it did. I think it just set off the alarm. That's all.
I think that might be part of a quest line where you have to go down and ring the button and then get out.
Interesting.
And that was actually where Archon saved my butt. Was it Archon? No, it was Joseph Tao. I got like swarmed by Scorched. And I'm like starting to die. And I'm like, this is not good. I'm dying bad. And then all of a sudden this dude in power armor is like, I'll save you.
It's always some random person in power armor.
And it was Joseph Tao.
Oh. Yes, yeah.
He said he was walking by and he heard the alarm go off, and then he looked at where I was on the map, and he's like, "Oh no, I gotta go save him." And he came
I
and
love
saved
that.
me.
I
That's
love
pretty
that
good.
so much. He's like, oh no, it's Rick.
Yeah, he heard the alarm go off, and he was like, "I'll see if they need help." And then he realized it was me, and he's like, "I must go." Oh yeah,
That's pretty grand. Yeah, I mean, Fallout 76 was a lot of fun. I realized that playing together and just like derping around, not doing quests, exploring, that is like so much fun.
Oh, it's good.
It's
really
so
good.
good. It's so good. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And Rick, I think you were away or working or something for that. That was the night that we had done the podcast. Just Shaline and I.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were sick, I think, Rick. You had a really bad cold.
Oh yeah. I woke up and this sounded like this or something. It was bad. I've been having sinus problems.
Anyways, yeah, that's Fallout 76. I also was gifted a game, Rick, from Shaline. Shaline gave me Detroit Become Human, you guys.
Oh, that's where you've been playing it. Nice.
It's
I
so
gave you guys
good.
the best games that I played this year.
Oh, it's so thoughtful. Thank you so much. It was probably the best game I've played this year. It was probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it makes it to the Stack Awards. Yeah. For a couple nominations, But I had, Shaline, I've been waiting to tell you this story for weeks. I had the worst possible outcome ever.
No kidding.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh.
It was terrible. Okay, so first of all, the girl and what's the girl's name? I can't remember. I forgot all their names. Kara. We got to the border, and the dad found us, and he was about to call the security over, and we convinced him not to, and I thought, oh man, thank God, I'm actually like scot-free, I'm gonna get through this. And then security came by. Okay, so I found a ticket on the ground, and this game really charges your moral compass, I tell you.
Right.
I found this ticket on the ground that this family had dropped, this woman and her baby and the husband, and I didn't pick it up. Or I picked it up and I gave it to them. One way or another, they ended up with the ticket. I didn't keep the ticket, even though the only way for me to get over the border with the little girl was to take the ticket. And, yeah. So we got stopped by security. And we couldn't convince them. We didn't have the ticket. And it just, next thing I knew, it was a cinematic cutscene of them running away and getting shot.
Wow.
So they died.
There are actually worse endings for Kara and the little girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is not the most horrible ending.
Okay.
For them.
So
What's the most? Oh, I guess don't.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. The next one. What was this, Matt? Jesse. What's his name?
Marcus.
Marcus. Thank you. So Marcus, his ending was the police were coming. They're infiltrating Jericho. He ends up getting shot.
You lost him in Jericho?
I lost him in Jericho. No, wait. Lost him in the street war. The street war at the end. Yeah. Not in Jericho. I thought I lost him in Jericho.
You can lose him in Jericho.
I did lose him in... It's been so long since I've replayed this in my head. I did lose him in Jericho. And the person that ended up leading the fight was the girl.
North.
Yeah. So, and they all died. We lost that war. That was a terrible ending. It was awful.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe it went this badly, Vendor. You've got to play it again.
Oh, it's all the more reason to play it again. And then,
what happened with Connor?
So Connor, what happened with Connor? He ended up dying.
Go figure.
Well, yeah, he dies like all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember how he ended up dying. I think he went to infiltrate Jericho, but he ended up siding with Marcus.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I ended up siding with Marcus.
If you side with Marcus, then he can die a final death.
And one of the coolest things about that game is how all of them kind of connect in the story. I thought that was really cool.
So did you have like any Connor deaths where he came back?
No.
That's a thing. It's one of my favorite things about Detroit is you can lose Connor numerous times and they bring him back.
Well, it was fantastic. And there was like, I didn't know about the little girl.
Yeah.
This whole time. Thought she was human.
Yeah.
What? Crazy. It was awesome. It was an awesome game.
Spoilers.
The graphics were absolutely phenomenal. I was so engrossed with the story. It's been a long time since I've played like 20 or 30 minutes of a game before I go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those. It was one of those. So, anyways,
I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Thank you so much. And I hope that we can play it on stream for one of the Let's
I think
Plays.
this would be a fun one.
Yeah. I've also been playing. I've tried out Atlas. So Atlas just launched on Friday. Actually, it launched to streamers who were doing reviews on Friday. It officially launched on Saturday around 4:00 my time. And so I tried actually to get on last night, and it was just a disaster. I couldn't get in, couldn't get into any of the servers. Everything was full, timed out connections. I did get in for a split second, but I spent too much time in my character creator. And it crashed before I could actually get into the game. I was like, sculpting his hair and working on the nose and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. But today I did play it. I did get in. The first server I got on to was super laggy, and I think it's because it was totally hilarious. I spawned into this like Freeport area, and there were hundreds of bodies sleeping everywhere. Hundreds. They were just sleeping. All I could hear was the snoring of 150 player characters just sleeping. I guess people spawned in there and then they probably saw the lag like I did and then just quit.
Logged.
And so, but it was actually kind of snowballing, right? So when I got in there, it was just so bad. So I actually ended up leaving that server and I went into a different one, and it wasn't too bad. Except I ended up spawning into the middle of the ocean. And I had to swim for this island, and it took me forever to get to the island. But once I got to the island, it was pretty cool. Rick, I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, I was watching you play it a little bit.
Yeah, some of the NPCs look really cool. I haven't experienced any of the pirates or any of the human NPCs that are in the game at some of the ports. I'm really excited to see where this game is going to go. It's in early access, so I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm very patient. I know that they're just starting out, and I think the game has a lot of potential.
I'm going to wait a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I recommend that everybody waits a while. Yeah. But I got it on sale. It's the same way I did Ark. I bought Ark when it first released, and it was on sale, and it was just as buggy then. But yeah. So. But the Council, we also played the Council. We finished the Council. Shaline?
We did. We finished the Council.
Episode 5, yeah, was it wasn't what I expected it to be at the end.
Not at all. That game took like a sharp left turn in episode 4.
Yeah, it did. That was it. It was a very intricate storyline, and I kind of saved this for last so we could kind of segue into your gameplay and what you think about the Council too. So take it away.
Well, the Council had a very sudden ending, and it was a very short episode, that episode 5, and I really wonder if they just ran out of money and did what they could, because I wondered if maybe sales were not what they expected them to be, which is a shame because the Council was a really great game. It was doing something very different than other adventure games by adding in all of these different RPG elements and the ability to customize your character. I really do think I am going to go back in and do another playthrough of the Council and make different choices and see if things can really turn out differently, or if they're only giving us sort of an illusion of choice and it works out the same way no matter what happens.
Do you have the Council?
I do. I have an Xbox copy.
Oh.
I was going to start playing it, but then we started playing it for stream, so.
You should play it with your mom.
Yeah.
I bet she would like it.
It's a really cool game.
Yeah, it's really cool. The storylines are so intricate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved the Council. I really enjoyed it. So that was a good experience. If you would like to see Vendor and I's playthrough of the Council, you can check that out on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/We Just Love Games. And also the entire archive is up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/We Just Love Games. Yeah, that ending was very sudden. And I wonder if they left it open sort of for the possibility of a sequel or what. I don't know.
I hope so. I mean, I would love to see another rendition of this game.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My quest to catch up on the Assassin's Creed series continues. I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, which was a Vita exclusive originally. I'm playing the HD port, which is backwards compatible on Xbox One. Have I talked about this at all on a podcast yet?
Yes, I believe you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really love this game, you guys. It's really, really good. This game has hooked me in a way that an Assassin's Creed has not hooked me in quite a while.
I think I'd like to see you play this game.
Sure, we should do a stream sometime.
Yeah.
I have that urge to go collect all the things and clear every single map marker and find every collectible. Aveline is probably the most likable assassin since Ezio, which is cool. Because I've enjoyed Assassin's Creed games since the Ezio games, but I never really super fell in love with the main characters. But I love Aveline. She's great. There are different collectibles based on which persona you're using at the time. I said before, I think that you can change her outfit and that changes how she interacts with the world.
Should I wear the red shirt or the blue shirt?
You can put her in her fancy like lady's gown. And in the gown, you can go around and like flirt with guys to get them to give you jewelry.
Oh
and
my
that's
gosh. Are you serious?
Yes, dead serious. And I was trying to figure out how to get to one of them. because he was up on like a balcony, and I couldn't get close enough to him to trigger the event. Because of course in your flowing skirts and stuff, you're not really doing parkour.
Wow.
But I found out you can climb ladders in the dress.
Oh.
So you have to climb a ladder and like go across and drop down, and then you can get to the guy.
One thing.
And I also found out that you can do fisticuffs in the dress, which is crazy fun to like curb stomp a mugger when you're wearing this fancy dress.
You know, one thing that Assassin's Creed does really well is the clothing physics.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I would imagine that there was no starch in that dress like what we've seen in Fallout 76. I would hope not, especially going up the ladder.
But playing through the story has been really great. I've had a lot of fun clearing out all the collectibles. I have had some super weird glitches in the game. It's kind of buggy. Sometimes, okay, there's a swamp area, right? Lots of swamps. Mm-hmm. It's in New Orleans, and there's a whole bayou segment. And so you're swimming through the swamp, and I'll get out on the bank, but the character continues to do the swimming animation.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes I'll walk into the town, and the characters will all just be like a meter above the ground just walking. And I get this random darkness. Like, I'll just be walking, and the screen just goes dark for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Which is weird.
This is on Xbox?
This is on Xbox One, yeah. Mm. And I had a bug recently that the quest just was bugged. It was not completable. You know, I was doing a quest, and you're supposed to find this character. I found the character, and it was impossible to interact. So I hope that will fix itself when I start the game back up again, because I just decided that was a good time to shut it down and go to bed. But I've had a great time with Assassin's Creed Liberation. I'm really enjoying the storyline. It's very cool, very cool. I played Destiny 2 with Rick a couple weeks ago, and that was a great time. It was the day we found the Pink Forest in Fallout 76.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
We couldn't get the quest to work. Neither one of us could get the quest to make any progress. Nope. So Rick's like, "Hey, Shaline, you want to play Destiny?" I was like, "Oh God, yes. Let's play Destiny."
Usually I wanted to play that anyway.
So we played Destiny 2 for like 5 hours, and we finished the storyline.
What?
And I was so
How late
excited.
were you up?
Well, we started early. It was a weekend day. We started at like 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Nice. That
I was
sounds
so
like
excited
a nice
that I wanted to play the DLC, and I was like, "Rick, what do I need to buy to get all the DLC?" So I bought the DLC, and we started the Curse of Osiris. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
We started Curse of Osiris. I really, really enjoy those characters. I like the location, having a great time. We got to go back to that, Rick. We got to go back and make some more progress on that. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Fallout 76, been playing some Fallout 76, both on my Xbox and on PC. My Xbox character has made a bit of progress. She has found a lovely Civil War dress, which is beautiful. Wear it all the time. Really enjoy it. And Jim Justice on the PC.
I just thought of something. She's got this like beautiful Civil War dress, but then like underneath she's got like Raider leather armor and like
very lumpy looking dress.
Yes. There's lots of clanking.
It's so funny. Still playing on PC. The other day when Vendor and I were playing, we had this really great experience. After the stream, we just kept on playing. And it was one of my favorite moments in multiplayer maybe ever.
Really?
We were walking around, just derping around. We found these cabins. We're like, hey, let's investigate these cabins.
I forgot about those.
See if there's any stuff in here. So we go in the cabins, right? And we'd had a really bad time in that mine shaft. None of us had any healing items. You know, we didn't have much. We were not in great shape. And we're in these cabins, and this albino rat scorpion attacks. And these 2 other rad scorpions attack. So we run in the house, slam the door. I throw myself into the bed to try and heal up because I'm almost dead. So I'm laying in the bed having a nap. Vendor is like looking around like, oh gosh, these things are everywhere. What are we going to do? And the house is shaking with the attacks of these rat scorpions.
Shaking like an earthquake. It was crazy.
Yes, the house is literally shaking, and I'm laying in the bed asleep and just shaking with the motions of the house. And Vendortron would run outside and like try and shoot the thing, and then finally I was like, okay.
Well, hold on. That's like a little bit downplayed there. Like my life was in my hands more than once.
I noticed that it only comes out when Vendor's out there. So I'm like, okay, Vendor.
Well, it would
I'm
only
gonna stay here.
It would only it would only come out when you stepped on the soil.
Right. And tremors.
Yeah. Like, so, it's like, get on the freezer. So like I would stand on the front porch, and then I would like go down the steps and do a little dance, and then like quickly run back up on the porch.
And I'm shooting at it from the window.
From the window inside the cabin. And
I'd pop off a couple shots, and I'm like, okay, Vendor, go again.
But then she realizes that she's got a whole pocket full of grenades. And she's like, well, okay, tink. I'm just going to throw these out the window while Vendor is out there doing the scorpion dance on the soil, and she blows my legs off.
And poor Vendor died so many times so that I could live. Over and over again. And I would try and like draw the scorpion away from his box with my gunshot so he could get his little bag of junk.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But then, so we killed one of them. And then there was 2 other cabins. Of course, we want to finish looting, right? Because Fallout. Mm-hmm. But there was other scorpions. So we kind of like opened the door and like, looked around. And then it was like made a mad dash for the next cabin. And there was all these scorpions running behind us like, run! And then the final of the 3 cabins, there was this one sucker that we just couldn't kill.
Mm-hmm.
He was just... And, like, he was so elusive. Like, we would walk around on the ground around that cabin, and he just wouldn't pop up. And then suddenly you would turn around, and he would be right there stabbing you in the face with his stinger.
Right. One time, I remember you had walked out to see if it was all clear. And I'm watching from the porch, and your character is standing there, and the scorpion pops up right beneath your feet and just stabs you in the abdomen with its stinger, and you just fold it in half, like around the scorpion's stinger. And I was like, nope. I go back in the cabin, I shut the door.
Yeah. That last scorpion was pretty brave, though. Like, he actually walked up on the deck and was, like, shooting at us through the window. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a good time.
Oh, it was so funny. We were trapped in that cabin for probably half an hour.
Probably 30 minutes at least. Yeah. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. It was easily half an hour.
And if Rick had you been there, I mean, it would have been done. I mean, they would have been gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
We would have never even really noticed the scorpions there.
Yeah.
Rick had been there. Would have been no worries. So I had to get some new shocks on my car. And I went to the dealership to get these shocks. I was there for hours, right? And I took my Switch. I was there most of the day. I took my Switch. I had thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go back in and finish Breath of the Wild because I never finished it. Mm-hmm. All I really did, I spent probably 150 hours playing Breath of the Wild. I did one Divine Beast, and I spent the rest of the time like making mushroom soup and collecting outfits.
Go figure.
Yeah. I haven't finished hardly any of the story of that game.
So naturally, it didn't feel like you were there all day at all.
So I wasn't feeling it when I got there, and I popped in Skyrim instead.
Oh.
Yeah, just totally derailed myself again. Put in Skyrim because it's not like I've beat Skyrim 7 times. I made a high elf character. This is my first non-human character, so that was kind of fun. And Switch is a really good platform for Skyrim, and I really hope they someday port like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas to the Switch. I had a lot of fun playing Skyrim on Switch. I'm playing like a mage character, which is fun. I don't usually play a mage. And it's been really great just, wielding force lightning against my enemies. So that was a lot of fun. I like that. Oh, and I got a new PC, guys, for Christmas. Yeah.
Have you
Congrats.
played?
I'm really excited.
Do you have Fallout 76 installed?
Yes, I do.
Oh, have you played
I'm
it yet?
using it right now. It's hooked up. I'm using it as we speak to do the podcast. It's really pretty. I had originally planned to just buy some new pieces to upgrade my existing PC, but the pieces were so expensive. For like another $100, I could just buy a pre-built PC, and that's what I did. I went with the pre-built option. It's so pretty. It has like this tempered glass panel on the side, and it has the LED lights around the fans, and there's like 800 choices of colors for your LED lights, which is fun.
Do you also have the setting where it can like go through the colors?
Yes. I have it on like rainbow unicorn mode most of the time.
Of course. Yeah.
It's really exciting. It's pretty nice. It has an Intel i9 9900 or whatever processor. It's got a 2070 NVIDIA graphics card. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm really happy with it. It came with a terabyte of solid state. I added in an additional 500 myself after it got here.
Solid state is the way to go.
Really proud to successfully install the solid state in there. The cable management in this machine is so beautiful. It's guys, I can't even handle how pretty the cables are. But yeah, I was really proud to not have to call Rick for help plugging in the new solid state.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for you to be able to play some of the games that you've been playing for a while on like Epic.
Yeah, I've been playing on Potato for a long time now. And this morning, I had left some games installing overnight, and this morning they were installed. So I got up. I was like, just real quick before I, get to work doing the things I have to do, I'm going to just boot up the Division and see how it looks. So I booted up the Division and just ran around a little bit. And guys, I did not realize before that all of the signs and flyers and newspapers actually had writing on them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But
Wow, it's like a whole different game.
But now you got to realize we're not going to get anything done.
You're right.
It's gonna be
You're right. You lost your sniper.
I did.
He's going to be like, Rick, look, this ad for sweaters at Sears. Like, can we go to the Sears after this?
Yeah, I'll be like hunkered down, be like, like sniper second deck, and then I'll be like, where'd the shot go? Nothing, no shot. Turn around, she just got like a newspaper.
Oh man. And before the show, I booted up Fallout 76 for about 40 minutes. And I had a really, really good experience, you guys. It was really, really good. It ran like butter, you guys. It ran so good. It looked so much better. It looked so good. Like, I couldn't believe the textures on the highway, and it looked so good. It ran so smoothly, not a single hitch. It was an extremely good experience.
Well,
so
I'm excited to see how streaming will be for you as well.
Me too. Yeah.
I can't wait to get you into Destiny on that thing then.
I know. Destiny already looked pretty on potato mode.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like now?
Amazing.
I'm so excited. Sea of Thieves. I've been running Sea of Thieves on potato mode,
Beautiful.
Oh, that's going to be so good. I'm excited.
All that water. I'm so excited, guys. It's really fun.
Well,
really fun.
It's awesome. Santa was able to bring you a new PC for Christmas this year.
Santa, aka my mom. So I paid part and she paid part. And
if you haven't already noticed, I'm reporting live from the from Santa's workshop up here in the North Pole. It's very busy. There's a lot of hustle and bustle to get everything ready for tomorrow. But Santa has a message for you and Shaline.
Oh.
Yes, and he wanted me to pass this along. with the so he sent some packages to you guys. I think Shaline, yours got delayed, but Rick, yours came in the
Yeah, the
in the
Border
mail.
Patrol.
Yep.
So yeah, Santa, even Santa is not impervious to customs. But here is Santa's message.
Oh, hello, friends. Happy to see you. I just had a nap right here in the Ice Palace. This is where I escape whenever I need to get away from the little ones. I'm talking about the elves, of course. I received a letter from a certain friend of yours. Let's see what it's about. What a toned body. He'd really like you to receive the gift you've been hoping for. That's a tricky question, huh? Friends, let's take a look at your file. You always make my elves laugh. I'm told that there is a special gift you'd really like this year. There it is. I may be able to make it happen since you've been playing video games less. Things are looking good for you. I wouldn't worry about having a good time. Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho!
So that's Santa's message for you guys from the North Pole.
We had, by the way, for everyone watching and listening, me and Shaline had no idea what that was. Or I love the unplanned stuff that we surprise each other with on the show.
And of course, there's more surprises around every corner. Rick, you've got your package to open.
I do. I do. I can pick it up. Oh, there's a screwdriver on the ground.
Of course there is.
A Vault Tech screwdriver.
Shaline, I'm really sorry you didn't get your package in time. But
That's okay.
you should
I'll get
do
it
like
tomorrow.
you do like an unboxing or like, show me on Zoom. I'd love to see it. I'm excited
for
to
sure.
see what you
Yeah,
guys.
Do a little Zoom call. And
Yeah. What's that, Rick?
You have Christmas music playing.
I may or may not have Christmas music playing.
It's okay. Okay, so I'm excited. I love vendors' loot boxes. Last year was my first one. Didn't get a chance to enjoy it on the show, but I did enjoy it after, and it was so much fun to open up. Unfortunately, the mug was broken in that one.
Yeah, that really sucked.
Patrol was like, Canada mug smash.
I'm almost certain that was the thing because nothing
That
else was broken.
Nothing else was broken. They're like, Canada. So let's get into it, shall we?
Okay, let's go. I'm excited.
So the first thing that's unwrapped, we have fudge a la. Bleh, bleh,
Oh, it's in
maple-
French? Everything is in French. Oh, is it squished?
What?
Oh, it's maple fudge. Yes, maple
It's
fudge.
maple fudge.
Mhm.
North Hatley.
Yep.
Maple fudge.
Yep.
So there's that. I'm not going to eat it because it'd just be me like for the whole show. That wouldn't be good. I've got what in the Sam Hill canned moose.
What?
I don't know.
Is it serious?
Oh, I forgot I put that in there. Yeah, it's canned moose. But
Really?
hold
For those of you not being able to see this, it's literally a can of moose.
not like hair moose. It's like canned moose in like a soup can. But it's
Yeah.
But if you're freaking out right now, it's not actually moose.
Can I open it?
It's not moose meat. You can open it. You're probably gonna need a can opener.
Oh, I actually am going to need a can opener to open this.
Yeah. But
What's inside?
you'll have to open it and see. It's a surprise.
I don't have a can opener
Yeah.
with me, so that'll be...
That was a slight oversight, but I didn't want to be like, hey, when you open your package, make sure you have a can opener.
Okay. Canned moose.
Yeah.
There's that. All right. Next thing on the list. Not on the list. What do we got here?
I love the crackling. ASMR. This is ASMR segment.
What do we have? We have Balderson cheddar cheese. I have
The cheese. Oh man, the cheese.
This is different from last year.
Yeah, that's the 2-year.
Oh,
Yeah. I think last year I just sent you the year one.
and it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
That
Balderson's
was the
is
best cheese I ever had in my life.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, my mom was like, "So, do you think your friends are gonna send us some cheese?"
I've got these little candies. They're not named or anything. They're little maple leaf candies. Are they maple candies?
Yeah, they're maple. I just kind of sprinkled those throughout, you know.
I'm gonna give them a suck later.
Oh, okay.
Oxford University. Is this to make me look smarter?
Oh, that's from England. That's right from Oxford when I went. So
Oxford.
I've been saving that for months.
I will put this on my keychain, and someone around here will be like, "You went to Oxford?"
Be
You
like,
must be
well,
a sailor."
yes, I did. Right after I finished Harvard.
Because that's how smart people laugh.
For our audio listeners, I pretty much spend the whole year creating a pile of gifts for Rick and Shaline that I package at like the very last possible moment and send them out.
Vendor is the best gift giver I've ever known.
I do believe it's intact.
I don't know what is it. I don't know. Let's
don't
open
know.
it up.
Oh, the audio listeners are unsubscribing in droves.
It's a Canada mug. I have my own official Canada mug.
You
It's
should.
nice.
It's the exact same mug.
Oh, this is the one it was supposed
It's
to be.
the exact same mug. I was at the store and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's a sign. I have to buy this.
Grace Canada mugs. I'm so happy with a ceramic mug. I love mugs. If you couldn't tell, I drink so much coffee. I went to the dentist and they're like, "Do you smoke?" And I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, your teeth are really stained." And I was like, "I drink a ton of coffee." They're like, "Oh, that's why."
Yeah.
So thank you for the mug. I'm excited for the mug. The next thing. Ooh, what is this? A Kinder Bueno.
Oh yeah, that's my
Bueno.
favorite chocolate bar.
Bam.
I remember the Bueno bar. That was good.
Yeah, those Buenos, man, top notch.
I cannot wait to try this. I am so jealous of the chocolate that you get up north, because our chocolate in here is awful. And someone actually had the audacity to ask me, "Well, what about Hershey's chocolate?" And I'm like, "What, wax? The cocoa flavored wax?
That piece of plastic they chip
They
off
call
the end.
chocolate?" Oh, what is this? This is a new thing.
I don't know what it is.
Celtic Marches.
Oh, those are coasters from England.
What?
Those are pub coasters from England.
Oh, no way.
That is
Yes.
so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like a Pokemon card pack.
Yeah. And each one is a different microbrewery or pub or brand from
man.
England. So,
This dope. That's awesome. Magners Irish cider. I think I've had that once.
it's really funny because a couple months ago when I asked, if you like coasters, and you were like, coasters?
I was.
I don't know.
No,
And I was
it's
like,
actually
okay,
funny.
I'm just going to send them anyways.
No, it's funny because there was a wedding I went to once, and they gave us all glass coasters for like a parting gift, and I got everyone else's glass coasters because I wanted the glass coaster. This is my favorite.
Rough old wife.
I like that one in here.
Yeah.
Ruffled wife.
I ended up
Hey,
getting
Brett.
myself a stack of them as well, and every time
That's
we do a show, I cycle through a new coaster. It's really
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm digging that one. That's cool. All right, up next. Ooh. My favorite.
Oh,
Clear
yes.
Clear Toys, yes. Clear Toys are like
they're
old-fashioned candies that will slice your mouth open. And they're so good. One of the things that I noticed too about this, so like the ingredients is sugar and basically gelatin and color. You guys have like, it's not a sugary flavor. Like this thing is basically just sugar stuck together. And it's more like a caramel kind of flavor. It's not like the sugary treats we get down here in the States. Like when we have something that's like just a sugar candy, it's like super sugary.
Yeah.
This is good, like kind of flavor that doesn't kill you. And I love the Clear Toys that you sent last
Yeah,
time. man.
those ones are actually made with barley cane.
Oh, so it's probably even it's okay. That makes sense.
I think that they're made by a family-owned business in Nova Scotia. And my family actually, there's a whole history there. My family actually like grew up with those candies every year at Christmas. And then, there was a time because my family moved to the other side of Canada before I was born, and there was a time where you couldn't get those anymore. And then we found this little shop that sells them, and so now we have the candies again, and it's like this big thing. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I loved them to death. Except if you bite them, they do become razor sharp knives.
Yeah, they're a little dangerous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what this one is. Oh my gosh, you weren't joking about the Kinder egg.
Yes.
Massive.
Yeah.
Kinder Surprise.
It's a big one.
I'm jealous now because Evie's gonna get to eat this delicious chocolate.
Oh.
She's gonna love it, man.
That's like the size of an ostrich egg.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's about the size of my fist, and I don't have a tiny hand. But she's not here, so
Circus folk, small
she
hands.
can enjoy.
Smell like
Oh
guys.
my! Another Kinder Surprise.
Hey, now you both can have one.
Ooh.
I was like, did I put 2? I can't
You did put
remember.
Nice. I'm gonna dig into that later. Anyway, and last, certainly not least, Evie's mittens.
Oh yes, mittens. Yes.
Aw.
My mom knitted her some little mittens. So,
Yeah.
Oh, they're cute.
and they're her favorite color: purple, blue, yellow, black, purple.
When did you? I forget when you even asked that.
She was in the room, and I said, "Hey, Evie, what's your favorite color?" And she was like, purple, blue, yellow, black, purple." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with purple, because
You said
It came up twice.
yeah."
Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to devour the treats after the show. They won't even last a minute.
That's great. I'm glad.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Thank
I'm
you so
excited
much.
for you to get yours, Shaline. It's gonna be real
Me
good.
too. This is one of the funnest parts of the year.
The giveaways don't stop there.
They don't.
We've got some giveaways to do. Jess actually brought us some codes, I believe. Are they codes, Shaline?
Yes, we have codes for Sea of Thieves item packs and also for Fortnite skins. I guess I should have probably written down how many of each of those things we had to give away. Just bear with me one moment.
So Jess actually got these. Look at him; he's eating already. That Bueno bar, man, you better ration that.
It's crumbly, dude.
Oh, are you
Okay,
eating it
we've
right
got 3 Sea of Thieves packs and 4 of the Fortnite things.
now? Yes, and these were codes that Jess got when she was at TwitchCon. So we've got? You said 3.
3 Sea of Thieves, 4 Fortnite.
Okay, so let's just. I guess we'll just raffle off. So we've got random number generator, and we will run off these in the stream right now. So our first number is 31, which is Cody 23456. Cody for Sea of Thieves. And so congratulations, Cody. Right on. Our next one is number 5, who is ACM818. I believe they are in our Discord, so we'll have to connect with them later. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Okay, well, the first one was Cody,
Yep.
and who's the second?
ACM818.
Okay.
And then the third one is number Lucky97. Cooney. We've got Cooney.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are the Sea of Thieves item packs. And then we've got Fortnite skins. So let's
Ooh.
run those numbers. We've got 179, bottom of the list. Certainly not last. Cyber Red Panda.
Hey, cool. Hopefully they play Fortnite.
Yes. If you guys
Cyber's in the chat.
if you guys don't play Fortnite, then, just get back to us. The next one on our list is number 3, Abs Man. And followed by number 101, Lower Your Grade. For winning, taking all that Fortnite. 76 is our next number, which is Hurricane Yezi. And is that 4? That makes 3.
That's 4.
That's 4.
But we've also got a PC copy of Battlefield 5.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh no.
I'm jealous of this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll the number 112, and that is drumroll. Mike the Plant Guy.
Nice. I don't know that name.
Congratulations, Mike the Plant Guy. Mike's been in the
I
chat
remember
before.
seeing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him.
I like
Oh.
Mike. We like Mike. Yeah.
So Mike is now the proud owner of a PC copy of Battlefield 5.
Hopefully he has a PC.
Curly Cash in chat is asking, how do you enter the giveaways? Be a member of our Discord server, basically, is the only...
That's the best way. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We try to add like the chat list while we're live changes so often. We do try to add new people that come in, but it's difficult to do that. The best way to ensure that your name is on the list is to be part of the Discord. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was fun. That was really fun giving things away. It made me feel Christmassy.
Yes.
Very Christmas spirit has filled my heart. I only wish we had a Christmas themed discussion to have before we close out the podcast.
Ah, gotcha. I was
Ding ding
wondering.
ding.
By the way, the Bueno bars, oh man,
Right? Right?
they're really good.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I bought this on-off switch now, so I can eat and not make people mad.
Jeez.
Have whole feasts. Anyway, yes, I do. We were trying to figure out what would be a good Christmas discussion, and we were like, Vendor was like, oh, maybe like gifts you could get, but it was like, it's 3 days before Christmas. There's nothing.
Well, actually now it's like less, but
Now it's less, yeah.
it's a good thing we decided not to go with that plan.
So I started trying to figure out, like, okay, what are the top selling games on Christmas? And there wasn't really a list for that. So I kind of settled on this one list I found, kind of piqued my interest. Top 10 Christmas levels in video games. And so I wanted to go over them because I thought that was interesting. Christmas isn't something that's really, featured in games very much. And when it is, it's kind of nice because it's just a time of year that isn't really, some MMOs have it as an event every year. They have like a Winter's Day or something like that. Destiny 2 is having one right now. Guild Wars 2 is having their Winter's Day. I think it's going on right now. So anyway, number 10. If you guys remember this game, Clay Fighter 63 and a third had Santa's Workshop as a place where you could fight in it. If that was one of them, that's number 10. Number 9 is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which is Christmassy.
Uh-huh.
You ever play any of the Home Alone games for the SNES or anything?
No. I didn't even know there was games.
They were so
I had Home
hard.
Alone and Home Alone 2 on Game Boy, and I loved them.
Huh.
They were
I love
tough.
them.
Well, at least the SNES versions were so hard. Number 8 is Gex 3, Deep Cover Gecko, Holiday Broadcasting. I never played any of the Gex series.
Huh.
I don't know if you guys have played those.
No,
Mm-mm.
not familiar.
7 is Batman Returns. Apparently there is a Christmas-themed level in that one. So,
I think
I don't
I've
know.
played that.
Guitar Hero 3 has We Three Kings, which is apparently really crazy. I don't remember playing that one.
Yeah, because you put a lot of time in.
I did put a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
And maybe I did play it. I don't remember. 5, Mario Kart 64 Frap Snowland. I remember that. And those stupid freaking snowmen. Number 4, Diddy Kong Racing with Frosty Village. Has Christmas lights on the trees. Number 3, I just played this level the other day. Super Mario 64 Snowman's Land. Which I love the title of that as well. Wasn't as Christmassy as it was just winter. I don't know why it's on here. The last 2 are really good. Kingdom Hearts 2 Halloween Town is definitely in the Christmas theme. And number 1 is Banjo-Kazooie.
Really?
Freeze Easy Peak, which is an awesome level for Christmas themed stuff. And what I wanted to ask you two, is there a level or a game that you played that was like the Christmas stuck out to you? Was there a Christmas theme level? Was it a Christmas theme game? I know there was a Lemmings. If you guys ever played Lemmings for PC back in the day, they had a Lemmings Christmas game. So what about it, Vendor?
Well, I gotta say the one that is most memorable for me is playing Ark for the first time through the holidays, and that was 2 years ago with Jess. And the server that we were on, the the admins actually snuck into our base after we had logged off at night and set up a Christmas tree with presents and stockings and lights and everything. And it was
so neat.
It was just the best thing ever. And
That's beautiful.
and Jess goes on Discord and she's sending me messages Christmas Eve morning, and she's like, "Quick, come on the server. You have to see what they did. You got to see what they did." So I go on, and there's this beautiful tree that I've never seen before, and it's the same one that we have on our server now. And under the tree was the presents, and you could actually open the presents, and there was stuff in the presents. It was such an awesome experience. The freshest one in my mind is actually going through White Spring with Shaline.
Right.
There was that one house that was all decked out in Christmas, and we were like, "Oh, look at this! This is so nice." That was really cool. Yeah.
What about you, Shaline?
Okay, I have a whole list, guys. I have a little list for you. The top of the Rick, don't do that.
I love
Don't
the
do
list. Just
that.
go with the list.
I'm excited. I am.
The first one, of course, has to be The
I
Division.
knew that was going to come
It
up.
is an apocalypse that gives us eternal Christmas. If apocalypse is the price of eternal Christmas, count me in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I love The Division. Aside from being a super fun game, it's a really unique take on the post-apocalypse because it is in the wintertime. You know, it tends to be a desert wasteland in post-apocalyptic games. But The Division, it's wintertime. There's Christmas decorations everywhere. I can yell at Rick when he shoots the Santas. It's just great. It's Christmas all the time, and I love it. Let's see here. Animal Crossing. The Animal Crossing series has holidays that correspond with our holidays. And the Animal Crossing version of Christmas is Toy Day. And it's a really fun time. You know, I remember logging on to Animal Crossing New Leaf after I had stopped playing it. Every holiday I would still pop on just to see, you know, if my little animal friends would bring me presents and how the Toy Day festivities would be going.
That's great.
And in Pocket Camp now, there's a massive, you know, holiday event going on. Mom and I have our little camps all decked out with Christmas trees and presents, and we're wearing these ridiculous outfits that are basically a dress that's a Christmas tree and these little hats that are a star.
Oh gosh.
It's precious. I love it. The next one on my list is Bully. Did you guys ever play Bully?
No, but this was on a couple lists I saw.
Bully is a Rockstar game. It's basically GTA on a bicycle. You play as you know, a student, a high school student. And Bully, as you progress the story, the seasons change, and you play through holidays, including Halloween and Christmas. And it's really cool. Bully's a great game. I honestly would have rather had a Bully sequel than a Red Dead Redemption sequel, to be 100% honest. I love that game.
Wow.
Let's see. And the next one is going to be Batman Arkham City. I don't know if you guys ever played any of the Arkham games.
No.
But in Batman Arkham City, you have Calendar Man, right? He is imprisoned in the bottom of the courthouse. And you go down into the bottom of the courthouse, you talk to Calendar Man, and if you talk to him on a holiday, he has special things to say. And they're usually horrifying, you know, about crimes he's committed or whatever. But there was an achievement if you spoke to Calendar Man on every holiday in the year. So I would log into Arkham City on every holiday, you know, like my family is here, you know, trying to get ready for holidays. And I'm like, hang on, I got to check in with Calendar Man. And I did get that achievement. And it's probably one of the achievements that I'm the most proud of. Most people who have it just change the date on their console.
Oh.
But I went in on Christmas morning to talk to Calendar Man and popped my achievement, and I was so happy.
Cool.
Nice.
And the final one is Diamond City in Fallout 4. If you go into Diamond City on Christmas Day, it's all decked out with lights and Christmas trees, and that was such a neat surprise to experience that without without knowing it was going to happen. So I really enjoyed that. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
nice.
Diamond City. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool thing they did.
I really love that about, and I think that's where games are really going. Like we see with Sea of Thieves, Fallout 76, these Christmas related events where the games, they're not just one entity. They just keep going through time, you know?
Yeah. My first experience with that was actually my favorite Christmas type game was Guild Wars 2. Was when the first time I played an MMO. So like having like Halloween and different things happen were really interesting. And with Guild Wars, they do Very Merry Winter's Day, which is their global, theme. And it's like there's snowball fights that you can get into randomly while you're just running around the world. There's like snowball piles and you can just fight. You can, there's Tix's Infinitarium, or however you say it, but like it's a toy workshop and like the toys rebel. And there's a tower defense game where you have to defend gift bearing Doliacs, which are like yaks basically. And then to defend them against rogue toys like dolls and things and new events and it's just really cool. And that was the first time I remember like, oh, this is really neat. Like it's just fun little things to do. And I really like the Halloween one and they have better, but yeah, this was like this was a very memorable holiday geared towards Christmas. There's a jumping puzzle that came out that's like a bunch of like snow leaves you have to jump on, and yeah, it's fun. That would be, yeah.
I'd like to add one more to the list. PUBG Canada Edition. Apparently,
We need to try that out.
We do need to try it out. I was talking to Chili Moose, and he was telling me how you can actually ride around on snowmobiles instead of cars, which I think is super cool. So, yeah. And, yeah, temperature is an issue, I guess. So, yeah.
That's cool. I asked the chat this, and I only saw like a couple responses. Moxie8 says that she really liked the Kingdom Hearts Christmas one. Archon said if you had to pick, it was the Christmas themed. I forget where he said the Christmas theme parking garage in Fallout 4. I guess with the tree with Milton Street. Yeah. With like the head, I think is and stuff.
That's a good one.
Curly Cash also said that she liked the Kingdom Hearts Christmas level as well. But yeah.
That's a good little segment. I like that.
Yeah, it was a little fun.
We should definitely do that next year as well.
It's fun.
Heavens, guys, we made it through 2 Christmases.
Wow.
That is just that we're on the right track.
We couldn't have done this without our awesome listeners.
We could not have done it.
Interacting with our show.
They're so amazing. I love our listeners so much. We have the best community, bar none.
Yeah, we really... Go ahead, Rick.
No, I was going to say, just they came to our defense on our Facebook page.
Oh my gosh, you guys, wait a minute. We need to talk about Facebook.
I don't want to get into that specifically, but they definitely.
No, I think he's talking about something else, Rick.
Who is this posting
Oh.
the death of all the robots? And there's a robot counter for all the deaths in Fallout 76. We need to have a little chat about that.
It is the genocide of your people.
It is. He did say
Heavens.
sorry.
Yeah. Wow. Anyways, yes, we do hope that all of you lovely listeners have a wonderful holiday season with your families. The show is not over. We still have some listener emails, tweets, and more to go through. Did one of you want to take the first listener email?
Go ahead, Rick.
Rick?
No, okay, I'll go. Hey, Rick, Shaline, Vendortron, and the We Just Love Games Army. Just wanted to reach out and let you know how much I love that Fallout show and Gamestack. I especially love the intro/outro music. Is that an original composition? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess either one we use, if we use Mr. G's or
I think he means the Gamestack music.
Oh, yes.
But we do acknowledge Mr. G's fine work.
And that is also an original composition.
Mm-hmm.
But not by us. I also wanted to know what the radio station situation is in Fallout 76. Do you have the same retro 50s style music? It seems that their promo music, Country Roads, released in 71, and that Wouldn't It Be Nice was in 66, is from a later time period than traditional Fallout music.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a trend that seems to exist in 76, or am I just reading into it? Thanks for doing the shows. Your loyal listener, Nate Shapiro, no relation to Ben or Ari on NPR. I thought about this as well. Fallout 76 to me, I don't necessarily know if in my brain it's considered canon or if I want to treat it as canon. They do a lot of lore bending. There's certainly not a lack of music from the 1950s or before. The problem is I think from a like director standpoint, it's hard to make catchy music that fits the theme
Mhm.
of that particular. Now in that era there was a lot of recorded music happening, and especially country and that sort of thing, so it's not like it's hard pickings, but some of the songs from the later eras, I mean, like Wouldn't It Be Nice is all about friendship and hanging out, and actually someone pointed out it's like one of the only teen pop songs that ever was talking about they wish that they could be older, where most of the teen pop songs are like, oh, let's be younger, or wish we could be young again, or whatever. But this song is like, wouldn't it be nice if we were older? That's literally the beginning line.
Yeah.
But for wouldn't it? Yeah. So I think they're just being a little bit more liberal in their music choices, picking things that fit the theme of the game rather than the era of the game.
Plus, also,
And-
there's music rights behind the decisions of that as well.
Sure, but they clearly have no issue getting them. I mean,
Well, I mean, obviously,
Beach Boys.
yeah.
If I'm going to chime in, I'm going to say that the Fallout 76 music is some of my favorite. It's one of my favorite radio stations in the history of Fallout.
I agree.
There's a bunch of country music in the game, like music about mining coal and stuff like that, and it's fantastic. There's stuff from the 50s, stuff from the 40s. I don't think you'll be disappointed. You mentioned specifically that we've got music that released in the 60s and the 70s. I believe I can't call it up right now. I can't think of it. But I believe there's actually newer music than either of these songs in the Fallout series in the past.
I think you're right, and we're forgetting that the apocalypse happened in 2077. So the 60s happened.
Yes,
The
this
Beach
is
Boys
true.
would have been there. Yeah. So
So
I'm wrong.
Well,
yeah,
Nate, thank you for that email. If you would like to send us an email, all you got to do is type in info@wejustlovegames.com and send us a little message of the questions that you have about the Wasteland or other games, or just the show itself. If you want to tell us, how awesome we are. I mean, we love hearing that. So
Way to be humble about it.
don't forget, next Friday we are going through with that Fallout show. You can catch us live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And do we have any other plugs or announcements, guys?
not really. Send in emails regarding Game of the Year for our next episode of Gamestack.
Right, which will be 2 weeks out. You could also tweet at us at We Just Love Games. You can tweet at Shaline L, Rick at Rick McVick, and myself at Vendortron N. We also have a Facebook group, facebook.com/We Just Love Games, facebook.com/groups/We Just Love Games. We've got a Discord, and we did some giveaways tonight. If you want to be on the list for some of the next giveaways, make sure that you access the Discord and become a member there. And don't forget, we record live every Friday, alternating Fridays for each show at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern on twitch.tv/We Just Love Games. We are also on YouTube, iTunes, and Stitcher, and iHeartRadio, I believe. iHeart, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Also on iHeart. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a review and a 5-star review shout out, and we will shout you out on the show. And that's the outro. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
We'll see you guys next time.